this is Cinespirit here. Today we're focusing on creating a Minecraft Bedrock server. We'll be doing this by using a Windows PC to host the server, as well as connecting to the server from that original PC. There's some issues with connecting to the server using the original PC that you're hosting off of, so we're going to go through those and sort those all out. And then as like a special little thing, we're going to go over using the switch to connect to that same Bedrock server. You know, that requires a little bit of amendments to the settings in the switch, but it's all done really simply, really easily. So you know what, let's get on to it and see what we can do. So now we're at the PC, and the first thing we're going to want to do is download the Minecraft Bedrock server. To do this, we have to go to the website, which is here. As you can see, we've got here, it's an alpha version at the moment. You know, it's not like the Java version where that's been out for a while. This has only been out, you know, not very long, a couple of years I think, so it's still in alpha. You click download. Once it's downloaded, you'll find it in your downloads folder or wherever you schedule it to download, and then you can click open it, and then you have all the it's quite similar to the Java server. You know, you have the similar files. A little bit's different, obviously, because it's using the Windows 10 version of Minecraft. So what you can do from here is, let's create a folder on the desktop called Minecraft Bedrock Server. You don't have to keep it on the desktop. It's just easier to do that for this. So drag all the contents of that in. Wait for it to extract. So now it's extracted. All we have to do is click sit here. In here you'll see the server.exe, the server properties file, and the whitelist file. Basic things that you pretty much see in the Java version. So what we're going to probably want to do first is, if you want to change any parts of the server, including the name. So for example, I'm going to change this to 4noobs. It's just classic me. Change that to 4noobs. Any other bits you want to change, if you want the whitelist to be true, so you can put people on there. The server port, which you won't want to change, but that's just there. The view distance, and then the level name and things like that. The seed. So save that. So that's changed. After that's all completed, the next bit we're going to want to do is port forward your router, so that people can have external connections to your server. This is something I'm not going to show you specifically how to do, because you know, every individual can have a different ISP, you know, internet service provider. You know, I'm on BT using a BT router, so the router's different compared to everyone else's, so that's all changes. But the port that you're going to want to port forward isn't the traditional Java port, which is 22 something. You're going to want to port 19132, as you can see right here. This just works for the Bedrock server, and you're going to want to do that for TCP and UDP. So I will add explanation of how to do that in the description below. But once you've completed that task, your server is pretty much good to be connected to externally or via any other, you know, computer or application that has Minecraft Windows 10 version on it. So if you click on the Bedrock Server exe, you can launch your server. A tab here will pop up. You know, it pops up with all the starting commands. It says the server started, so it's pretty much started now, and you can log into it. Unfortunately, for the people on the PC, we can't log into the server that we're hosting on the PC as well. So let's say you host your server on this PC and you want to play on this PC. That unfortunately doesn't work straight away and requires some amendments to, you know, start working. So to do this, you know, it's really simple, really easy. It's not covered much in many tutorials, that's why I thought I'd cover it here. But what we have to do is we just have to go to CMD. We want to run as administrator. What we're going to want to do is copy this text that I've put in the description below, and then paste it in the CMD command prompt. So if you copy and paste that, right click, you'll see it's something called CheckNetIsolation.exe loop exempt. So what this does is it will exempt an internet route so that you can access your server on the PC that you're hosting from. So if you click enter, it should just come up with the OK full stop, and then you should have access from then. You can use PowerShell to do this as well. It's a different key. I will have to put that in the description to explain how you can do it that way. But with CMD, it works this way, and it should just instantly work. So if you press exit on these, your best bet is to probably restart your server, just out of consistency. So restart your Bedrock server. Then let's go and launch Minecraft, shall we? And here we are. So the next part we're going to want to do is go to play, and then servers. Scroll down to additional servers. I've created 2 already, so I've created one that shows the internal, one that shows the external. So this is the internal IP. So if we want to connect to the server, you know, basically just using our PC's IP address, we can connect to it that way by going add server, server name, call it 4noobs, and then we can add our server IP address, or we should add our computer's IP address. We can see this by if we go to CMD and then type in ipconfig, we'll see under IPv4 address 192.168.1 and whatever the number that corresponds to your PC. Mine's 105. From here we can type in 192.168.1.105, and then if I click save and play, it will work. We can go in. I've already got this saved, so this one here. So you can see current ping, online, ready to go. We can join. There we go, we're in. Everything started, all good. Let's save and quit. So let's say you're someone playing externally, maybe a friend wants to connect. Your best bet's to go to add server, and then you type in your server name, so whatever you want for noobs, and then you want to type in not your IPv4 address, your internal IPv4 address, but your friend's going to want to type in your external IPv4 address. So if you type in my IP into any internet search engine, maybe if you're running a VPN it might be a little bit different, you'll find that you'll have your IPv6 and your IPv4. You want to type in your IPv4, which will be like 81.2. You know, something like that. So after that, you should be able to connect. I've done it here, this one, and I can connect here. So really that's set it up for you being able to connect to your Minecraft server on your PC externally and internally through those 2 settings. The next portion we're going to go on to is connecting to this server that you've just hosted, the Bedrock server, using your Nintendo Switch. Because it's great if you want to play a little bit of Minecraft in here and then go off to bed or something and play it handheld a little bit later. I do that a couple of times. So we're going to go over that, and I'll need to bring us back and film how to do it on the Switch. So let's go. Okay, so we're on the Nintendo Switch, and now we're going to need to set up Minecraft to use the server that we've created. To do this, we're going to have to first launch Minecraft. So let's just launch some Minecraft. So we're in Minecraft now. If we go to sign in, because you'll need to sign in. Takes a little while for some reason. Then if we go to play, we'll be able to see that on our servers that we've got, you know, Mineville, Mineplex, these ones, right? And right now, if you join them, you'll just join the current server that they're hosting and not your own server. So to change this, we're going to have to go to home, go to close the software down, and then go to settings. And then in settings, we're going to need to go to internet, internet settings, wait for it to search for networks, which takes a little while. Click on the network that you're connected to, change settings, and then after that go down to DNS settings and change that from automatic to manual. Once you're on manual, you'll see probably a load of different numbers than the ones I've got on here, but this is what I put on here for now because this is what we need to change it to. So the primary DNS needs to be 104.238.130.180. I'll put those in the description so that you can find those out. So, press OK, put those in. And then the secondary DNS needs to be 008.008.008.008. And that should work perfectly. You click on save, let the settings save, and then if you go to Minecraft, launch it again. It's necessary that you launch it again, because if not, Minecraft can become messed up a little bit because you changed the internet settings. But once you change it, close it, and then open it again, it should be fine. So we're in Minecraft right now. If you go to sign in with account, save to Minecraft account, wait for that to happen again. Sometimes if you haven't been on Minecraft for a while, it will ask you to sign in online, so you have to do this extra step online, but that's just 2 seconds and then it's sorted. So after that, you want to go back to play and then server, and when you're in server, you'll have these server lists again, but instead they'll say join to open server list, and you can join those and then you'll be able to get on the servers. You'll be able to get onto your own personal server. So let's say we want to use Mineplex, as I've heard that's the best one and is the most stable. So let's click on that and click join server. It should say connecting to external server, loading server, loading resource. It takes a little while, and there we are. We get this little tab that appears. Usually you just end up straight in the server, whereas we get, a tab that appears that we can access our server. So to do this, we want to click on connect to a server. I think I said server way too many times. But if we go to please enter IP address, so we type in the IP address that we were talking about, not the local IP address for the actual computer, not the IPv4 for the computer, but the IPv4 for your external IP, which for me is 81. So once you've put in your IP address, the next thing you're going to do is go to add to server list, so you can connect to it multiple times. Make sure that server port that we were talking about earlier, the one that we needed to port forward, is entered into the server port. Should be done automatically. And then you want to click submit. And then if everything works correctly, you should get loading resources, and it should just directly push you into your external server. So it's generating world. My battery is running low. And there we go. We're in my server. Unfortunately, it's very dark at the moment. The time had to be for the camera, but we're in my Minecraft server and it's working pretty well. I'm in there. Same one I was playing with on the computer. And yeah, it means you can play on the go, and it really works. So I hope that helps, and I hope you've been able to get access to your Minecraft server via two different platforms, and being able to access it using the PC that you hosted it on. And please subscribe, and if you have any questions, comments, anything, just get hold of me and I'll be able to sort it out for you, hopefully. Right, thanks.